California homeowners, was your home or property damaged by wildfires? Even if you have already filed an insurance claim and received a check, you may still be owed more compensation. Don't risk leaving money on the table. Call Galindo Law now for a free claim review. We'll tell you if your insurance company may still owe you compensation. Call 1-800-251-1533 or visit galindolaw.com.
It's episode 275 of Vegas Revealed.
There are a lot of Vegas influencers out there, and we speak with one of the most popular ones today.
I think that if you're authentic, you're going to find your audience.
More with Vegas Starfish coming up.
Then, did you know that Henderson has a booze district? We take you there to the Vegas Valley Winery.
And we hit up the Las Vegas Distillery. All that coming up on Vegas Revealed.
Vegas Revealed, presented by Galindo Law, starts now.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 275 of Vegas Revealed. Dana Roselli and Sean McAllister here. And today we are talking influencing because we are not influencers.
We're not.
Sometimes we get invited to things and they say you're invited to influencer night. And yes, I think we have influence in what we do, but we don't consider ourselves influencers. We have a television show, a podcast. We get information out there. We've lived in Las Vegas. We've been journalists in Las Vegas a long time. And I feel like, I don't know, we have a show.
But the online social media influencing part of what we do is not our main focus. Whereas there are several people where that is their main focus and that is their job.
Yes. What they have been able to, create income doing and all that. So, and there are several kinds of influencers as well. I mean, and it really depends on, I guess, what you consider yourself, but we've got ones that are really big on TikTok or across the board on all video platforms, right? And then there's people who really use X a lot or really like Threads and Facebook. Or they do it all, or some are on YouTube. I mean, there's all different kinds. And like you were saying, there's streamers as well. We see a lot of the Vegas influencer types that just walk the strip and they're live.
Yeah, walk the strip, comment on things that are going around. Maybe there's a little news item that they'll throw in there too. Other influencers are focused more on gaming. They'll sit down, play a slot machine or play table games and stream that out. Mm-hmm. But then there's other influencers who pick a topic, do a video on it, and kind of narrate the story to you as you're watching their footage roll out. And that's kind of the lane that Vegas Starfish is in.
Yeah. And she's very, very popular. It's one of the top, if not the top, I would say, Vegas influencers when it comes to that style.
And certainly one of the first who came on the scene.
Yeah, she's really done a great job. And, it comes with controversy sometimes. It comes with conversation sometimes. But I think that's part of it.
I was going to say, doesn't everything online come with controversy and conversation?
Well, because if it didn't, right, people wouldn't be sharing it and having, the back and forth.
It's all engagement.
It's all engagement. So that's kind of how it works. And that's what I say when I say we're not influencers, because I just put stuff up there for our account. And if someone comments, great. If not, my feelings aren't hurt. Well, but we do like a good little conversation. I mean, you always enjoy that to see people, to put up content that does engage people is great and well done. And if that's your, what you're really going for, that does take smarts and a mission and a goal to do that.
Well, and there is an entire science behind social media and getting traction with posts and linking to things and all of that. Mm-hmm. It is a science. And, there's a whole group of Vegas influencers that really have that down.
They really do. And I tell you, every day they've got stuff. Several times a day. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And they get really creative. And I think they all try and be a little bit different too,
Yeah.
Because like you were saying, there's Jacob Orth, is that his name? He's always kind of showing himself, walking around, going over different things. It was just a different style. than like someone like Vegas Starfish. So all the styles out there. But we did run into Jennifer, like if you see it, look at her X account, it'll say Jen G. Well, Jennifer Gay is her name, and it's Vegas Starfish. And we saw her at the American Music Awards. She was actually there attending. I think she did some partnerships with Easy Foundation, maybe the Fountain Blue. But regardless, we said, let's pull Vegas Starfish over and talk to her. We talked to her, and she was in a recent television episode, but we thought, let's share it on the audio podcast too.
I love Vegas. So anytime Vegas does something amazing and high profile, especially at our newest resort, it's exciting to be part of it. And I'm just so glad to see this many people out at the Fountain Blue.
And your world has really blown up over the last, 5 years. I mean, what is it like for you experiencing all these things in Vegas and then now being a part of these big events?
It's amazing. I didn't ever anticipate this. My goal has always been just to show people Vegas from a person who lives here's perspective. But being on this side of it is also a lot of fun.
Who are you looking forward to seeing tonight?
Benson Boone.
Isn't everyone, right? We need a backflip.
Yeah, I know. I'm a big fan.
Yeah. Is it weird for you to be in front of the camera right now? Because I know a lot of time influencers don't put themselves, you don't put yourself in front of the camera a lot.
I live here and I have 2 little kids and we like to be out in the community all the time. So I prefer to keep a lower profile. But it's all right. This is cool. Like I get to hang out with all of you. So that's awesome.
It was good to actually see Jen and not just hear her voice.
I know. It's so true, right? But like even she was saying, the styles are different for everyone and she does what works for her and she likes to go grab the content and stay a little low profile and it works for her. That's
sure
for sure.
Does.
Oh my
works
gosh.
very well for her.
The amount of views she gets and shares and I end up commenting in there sometimes, whether I can't hold back or I want to correct someone on something. So, because we go in, we're like so used to just like, depending on the facts, that's how we, like, wait a minute, like, and it's not always like her post, but it's other people that say something that I feel like, what, where did you get that from? I need to correct this person. So I need to jump in there because we're in a fact-based profession.
Yes.
Which it drives us nuts when it, people just gossip and whatever. So you and I were talking a little bit about Las Vegas locally though earlier, saying, nobody has still figured out who Las Vegas locally is.
It's one of life's greatest mysteries and probably the best kept secret in Las Vegas.
Seriously.
There are a lot of secrets that happen in this city, and a lot of people end up knowing about those secrets. Who Las Vegas locally is, who runs that account, still, I don't know.
I know. No idea.
It's like the Wizard of Oz.
I don't know.
Like one of these days, someone's going to pull that curtain back.
We tried to have Las Vegas locally on the podcast, and we tried to figure out a way that we could do it where we wouldn't know who the person was. Like if we did it over the phone, how we could disguise their voice, something to make them more comfortable. And we just couldn't, do it. So maybe we need everyone to send Las Vegas locally a note and say, you should really go on the Vegas Revealed podcast.
Yes.
But I don't know how
it would be a great conversation.
It'd be weird if we had to disguise him or her voice, though.
Yeah,
it would be
we
like,
don't want to do that.
No, that would be weird. So, okay, the only thing that would be outed would be female or male. But then again, I guess like if he or she works someplace or something and people recognize the voice, then yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're better off to say anonymous.
What if it's like Carrot Top or something?
I don't know. I don't know if Carrot Top's got time. He's busy making props.
Yeah, trying to fill that trunk with new props for the show.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, it was good to talk with Jennifer, as we said. So that was really interesting. There were a lot of influencers at the American Music Awards, obviously. And they were in there inside showing videos the next day of, that famous Benson Boone flip that we talked about.
That's right.
They were sitting right there. So it was really fun. Meanwhile, we were like editing and taking notes and doing things for our segment that we do on KCAL. Yeah, so it's all different for everyone. And it's interesting how people have been able to make a profession out of this. Like I don't know if I saw this coming. I saw digital media coming, but I don't know if I saw influencing coming.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely
the way
not
that they
to
do
the
it.
extent that it is proliferated.
Yeah,
these days, it's crazy.
Yeah, good for them though.
Absolutely good for them.
If your insured Texas home was damaged by hail or hurricane in the past 2 years, listen closely. You could still be owed more compensation for home repairs, even if you have received an insurance check. Galindo Law is here to help you with a free claim review. Let us review your case and help you get the financial compensation you may deserve. Call 1-800-251-1533 or visit galindolaw.com.
Hey, they influencers put out information just like we do. And something that we wanted to kind of dive into a little bit is the booze district in Henderson. Henderson in the southeast part of the Las Vegas Valley. And there's a little area that not only has a winery, but a distillery, and they're like right around the corner from each other, next door neighbors.
Yeah, and it's kind of near that whole area with all the car dealers.
Yes, the
right?
Valley Auto Mall.
The Valley Auto Mall, yes. Because I don't get out that way a lot. So when we went there for the video shoot that we did with them to put together the story, I thought, wow, I haven't been over this way in a while. So, because I think some people think booze district, they think like the Water Street area where there's a lot of like bars and stuff. But it's a different area, and it's really cool. This winery is one of like 2 wineries in town, so it's not something that we have a lot of here in Las Vegas. And we thought, you know what, let's let the locals know it's there if you don't know, and also visitors to our town. If you're in Las Vegas, some people come for a long time looking for different things to do. Maybe you're a wine lover. And we went in there, and they make a lot of wines. Not only do they make a lot of wines, but they also make cider using apples from Gilcrease Orchard here. So it's literally locally grown and produced. But they've got a lot of award-winning wines in their stable of products as well. So we had a great conversation, learned a lot about what goes on over there at the Vegas Valley Winery. Take a listen.
It started out as I was a customer, and I brought my friends in. We made many barrels of wine. I ended up liking being around the winery, so I started volunteering, and then that's kind of how it all started.
So you're a pioneer.
We were the first in Las Vegas, yes. There's only 2 in the valley that I know of. When it was illegal to have a winery, that's why there's wineries in Pahrump. It was based on a population cutoff, so they were smaller and allowed to have wineries in Pahrump, so that's why they originally had started out there. I think the law changed in 2016 or 17. Wow. So once the law changed, then we said, well, we have the space already. Let's maybe see if we can carve out a little section, open a little small tasting room, and so that's what we did.
And how's that been going?
Oh, it's good. It's great. We love it. We have a good community, a lot of community support that we have in the neighborhood. We have the Henderson Booze District, we call this area. We have a distillery and 2 breweries as well. So we kind of keep the alcohol vibe going down here. So we have 2 or 3 larger events every year. We just in the spring we had the Catalina Wine Mixer last month, and we do a fall festival as well. The smaller events, we do the live music every Friday, Saturday, and then fill it in with the yoga and the painting and the charcuterie classes and things like that. I would say on an average 3 to 4 nights a week there's something going on here. We also produce a 100% all local Nevada cider, hard cider. And that is local Las Vegas. So the apples come from Gilcrease Orchards up in North Las Vegas, and we bring it in, we ferment it, turn it into hard cider, and we have a whole collection of them right over here, anywhere from 6 to 7 on tap most of the time. So it's cool to have that all local. We do carry a couple of Nevada wines as well that are local, based out of Pahrump and Amargosa area. So it's kind of fun. Grape Expectations is the Nevada School of Winemaking where people come in and make their own barrel of wine. So as a group, they get to come in, learn the winemaking process, and we walk them through the 4 steps over about 9 months.
If I want to get a group of people together to come and put a barrel of wine together, what is all involved?
So you're going to round up your friends, and then we can give you a consultation if you'd like, to where we could talk about what kind of wine you guys like. Then we can kind of guide you in the right direction of what type of wine you'd like to make. So that would be the first step, is getting your people together, coming in, and let's decide what kind of wine you want to make. Then we'll order the grapes, And then when you come for your first visit, that's when you'll actually start the process. That's in the fall, usually September, late September or October.
And after that, how many times do you come back to check in on your baby, your wine baby?
You can come and visit at any time. We're open 7 days a week, but there are 4 steps in the winemaking process that you get to participate in. So the first 2 happen very quickly. They're 1 week apart. So let's say you crushed your grapes on a Friday night, you're going to ferment for a week and then come back for the pressing. And you actually get to operate a manual basket press and squeeze the juice out of the grapes. And at that point, you put it into the barrel. Then it's going to sit in the barrel for about 3 or 4 months. And the third step, which happens just after the beginning of the year, is called racking. And so that's when we rack the wine. It's the first step in clarifying the wine. We remove the sediment out of the barrel that has got through the pressing process.
This is essentially the culmination of their winemaking experience, right?
Absolutely. So this is what we call step 4. They started in the fall. We brought in the fresh grapes. They got to crush the grapes. They got to press the grapes. They came in February. They racked the wine. Now it's time for the wine to go in the bottle, and then they get to take it home.
And so how many bottles do you actually get to take home?
So one of our barrels is a 200-liter barrel, and it's 240 bottles.
So enough to last you for a little bit.
Just under a year.
Just under a year.
Cheers.
Cheers. So that's Mike that you just heard from. He is the co-owner and head winemaker over there at Vegas Valley Winery. And if you go in, you can't miss him because he's the tall guy.
He's really tall. I was like, wow. But yeah, anyway, he could probably drink a lot of wine, right? And not even get tipsy.
Yeah.
That's why he's the head winemaker.
He can sample all day and be straight as an arrow.
Yeah, it was really cool to go over to the Vegas Valley Winery because it's right around the corner from, we learned, the Las Vegas Distillery, which you had been to before, but I didn't. I didn't realize it was all in this close proximity. So then I was like, that's why they call it the Booze District.
It is. And so we also stopped in there to get the lowdown on everything that they create a wide variety of spirits in there, and they're delicious too.
Yeah, we went in there and they were actually doing work and
doing their spirit thing.
Whatever you call it.
Distilling.
Distilling
at the distillery.
Yeah.
Whoa. But we also had a conversation there to hear about everything that happens under their roof.
It's made right here. You're literally, steps away from where that spirit was created. Right now, aging, we've got bourbon, we've got American single malt whiskey, we've got agave, and a couple other things that are in the pipeline. We process the grains, we do the fermentations, we do the distillation, we do the aging, and then we bottle everything. So it's basically from grain or syrup or whatever you want to call it to glass.
Talk me through the facility that you have here, the different parts, the different rooms that people will experience when they come over here.
Well, when you come here, you can go on a tour, and the tour will take you through the whole entire process. They walk you through everything from start to finish. But basically, we have a large production room in one side over there, and then this is our aging room and bottling as well. We've got a bottling line, and then we have the tasting room. And in the tasting room, you can get, you can buy bottles, you can have cocktails, you can get food, you can do all that stuff. A lot of places just specialize in one thing. I've been doing this for quite a while, and we wanted like pretty much a wide base for us for the tasting room, so we have options there. And then, we'll just keep laying down good spirits. We have a vodka that's a cane and grain based vodka. We have a gin. We have coffee liqueur. We have a white rum. We have a spiced rum. We have an overproof rum. And then we have American single malt aging. It's going to be ready soon. And also bourbon and other whiskeys that will be available soon as well. What we do during distillation is actually, we're not creating any alcohol there. A lot of people think that that's when you create the alcohol. What we're actually doing is just taking the water out of the alcohol that's already there. So we're just intensifying that. So we take it from 7% up to 50% or 60%. Our stuff is that's more of a labor of love, and we go through the whole process and our hands touch everything.
And you can tell a difference?
You can definitely tell a difference. I think you can tell a difference.
What differences are there?
Quality ingredients for starters, and the care about what goes in the barrel is good in and good out, rather than just let it fix itself with some time in a barrel.
And that was distiller Johnny Verplank. And we had a great conversation with him to learn about the whole process. It was a little over my head, but I'm like, I trust that you know what you're doing because it tastes good.
It does. And by the way, you can go through and get tours. They'll show you how, like, all the ingredients that they use. They'll take you through the whole process, and then you'll end up in the tasting room where you can taste. And one of the spirits that I suggest is their coffee liqueur, which is so delicious. It's on my kitchen counter right now. It's a great little sipper.
Yum.
It's even yummy to pour a little shot of it over vanilla ice cream.
Ooh, that sounds good. Okay.
That's good.
And I love the bottles over there because it says Las Vegas. I don't know. I just like it because it's like just
The
a cool
labels
thing
are-
to have. Yeah.
Yeah, so it makes a great gift.
It does make a good gift. Yeah. They have a great gift shop there too.
They do.
So anyway, that's just a little info about the Henderson Booze District. If you want to go visit over there, they've got some other things as well. We enjoyed learning more about that. There's so many things in Las Vegas that still it's endless. Like you just discover new spots and things because we have so much here. It's incredible.
We really do. So Vegas Valley Winery and Las Vegas Distillery, look both of them up online, and they each have events on an ongoing basis. So see what they've got coming up and check it out and put it in your plans.
Definitely. Thanks for joining us. We will be back to discuss everything Las Vegas next week. Thanks for hanging with us. We have an update from one of our sponsors, the VegasNearMe app. They are constantly working to add more information. We tell you that all the time. The app is free. We also tell you that. But gosh, when we get these updates, it really is incredible how much information is inside.
Yeah, Vegas Near Me has recently partnered with Vegas.com to get you the best prices on show tickets. In fact, they have over 1,000 shows listed inside the app.
And also, we know sometimes you need a quick break or a familiar go-to when you're in Las Vegas. And they do have more than 1,400 chain restaurants and stores listed in there. They have more than 8,000 individual locations, so you can find them. We're talking Walgreens, Starbucks, fast food, you name it.
And we all love to save money, don't we? Well, Vegas Near Me is going to help with that too. Right now, they're offering 50% off of shows at Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, plus a $99 bottle package at Crazy Horse 3 for up to 4 people, including transportation.
Yeah, that's a good deal. And there's lots of other deals in there too. So get in and look around. Vegas Near Me is free. You don't have to put in your email. Download it in the Google or Apple App Store. Hours, locations, even the length of shows are in there. It's really good. You can even find live music, kid-friendly activities, maps of inside the hotels and casinos. It really is a lot of information in your hand.
It is Vegas Near Me. Download it today.